A surge for Chinese solar stocks overnight, one of the biggest rallies of the year in New York on a slew of positive news that includes Warren Buffett buying into the sector. Let's bring in Stephen Engle, who's got the story from Beijing this morning. And Steve, also a report from HSBC, a recommendation from HSBC helping out as well.
Yeah, that's right. It was a slew of good news for this industry. And I'm not just talking about the Chinese players, many of which are listed, of course, in New York. They saw the big pop upwards, but also German solar companies, American solar companies also getting a big pop upwards. This has been an embattled sector, a sector for the Chinese that they've seen overcapacity. They've seen trade action by the EU against them and the United States. So this was a bit of a good news for those who are invested in this sector. Double digits across the board for the big names. Let's start with the Chinese players such as LDK, Trina, Suntech, Engle Green. Go down the list, all up by more than 10, some upwards of 20% higher overnight. This, as you mentioned, Susan, HSBC in a new report yesterday saying China will become the world's largest solar market this year in 2013. HSBC expecting it to install nearly 4,000 megawatts of photovoltaic panels this year. That would overtake Germany as the biggest market. But the whole sector also getting a boost on news midweek that Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, or at least divisions of Berkshire Hathaway, plans to buy 2 solar power generating plants being built in California. We saw the U.S. company SunPower surging more than 40%. SunPower up 48% overnight after the American company said it would sell its solar projects in Southern California to Midwestern Renewables. That is a Berkshire company. The whole Buffett investment is as much as $2.5 billion U.S. dollars. Now, at the same time, Susan, I mentioned about those EU actions. German solar panel maker SolarWorld, that is the company that led a manufacturing group complaint against Chinese companies for alleged unfair competition. SolarWorld CEO saying the company expects the EU to announce anti-dumping duties as early as May or June. And the company also expects the market to be very tough until the playing field becomes more fair in Europe. And they say that they will now focus on the U.S. and Japanese markets, where they say there is growing demand for higher efficiency panels. And the CEO, Susan, says there is absolutely no chance of selling German solar panels in China due to what the CEO called unfair market entry conditions.